Welcome to Sweet Talk SLP. I'm Krystle and I'm a pediatric speech language pathologist. And today is another episode of Sweet Talk Tips. But before we get started, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I invite you to subscribe, also like this video, and share it with your friends. Let's get started. Before we get into it, as with all my videos, a small disclaimer. I live in Texas. We're under an excessive heat advisory with highs expected to hit over 105 degrees. So AC is on, and you're going to be hearing it throughout this video. There's nothing I can do about it because I'm not turning it off for this video. So, now that that's out of the way, let's get into today's Sweet Talk tip. Today's Sweet Talk tip will be about anticipatory games. Now, this is geared out to my SLPs, my SLPAs, my OTRs, my CODAs, and for parents out there. This is for your toddlers, your babies, your early language learners. If we're barely getting some sounds and words out, these are some of the activities that you can use to help facilitate that. First, let's talk about what anticipatory games are, or, let's go to anticipation, right? It is when you are looking forward to something happening. And so for our littles, it is them anticipating what will happen next and hopefully eventually filling in that blank to increase their language abilities. It increases that joint attention, that turn taking, those play skills, pragmatic skills, those social skills. It's so beneficial to play these types of games with our littles. So I'm going over the 5 that I use the most in my speech therapy sessions. Some of them can be used in a variety of ways, so we'll talk about that as we go along. Starting with the first one. The first one is the 1, 2, 3, go, or ready, set, go. You could do that with a variety of toys and activities. For example, I might stack some blocks up and get a car and count 1, 2, 3, go, and knock down the towers. Or with pushing some sort of cause and effect button on a toy. 1, 2, 3, go. Or anything that would lead up to a go type of moment. Ready, set, go. As I talked about in my Following a Child's Lead video, which I'll link up on the top and down below, especially once you start spacing out that anticipation for that word, that's when we start eliciting those sounds. So 1, 2, 3, go turns into 1, 2, 3, go. And later, 1, 2, 3, go. I won't wait more than about 2 or 3 seconds to finish it off if they're not able to finish it for me. I don't want them hanging there for 10, 20 seconds. That's just not, you have to continue modeling it until they're ready to do it. But that 1, 2, 3, go, ready, set, go is one of the ones that I use the most. The second one that I use, it's probably a parent favorite or, a favorite for anybody working with children, Peekaboo. Of course, Peekaboo is really exciting for kids. And so you can hide behind a blanket, a pillow, a piece of paper. There are so many things that you can find to hide behind a wall. If you're laying down, you cover yourself with a blanket and you move it across. So in the same form that I space out 1, 2, 3, go, I do the same with Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Just to see if that helps elicit that sound, or just watching them waiting for you to pop out and scare them. The third one that I like to use, I call the up, 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 down. So for some kids, it looks like me using my fingers up, 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 down, or climbing up a ladder to go down a slide. Up, 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 down. Same thing, putting breaks in between those plays. It might be the airplane where you lay on your back and you have a child on your feet and you're going up, 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 down. You can say up a few times, 2 times, 3, 5, 6. For one of my little girls, I say it a whole bunch of times before I do down. And she's really starting to understand that anticipation, and I can see her waiting for my hands to come over her face just to do that. And it really excites her. So doing something with up and down. Achoo is one of my favorite ones also. I love putting things on my head and acting out the sneeze with these kids. So, achoo. achoo, and letting something fall off. Do I have anything here that I could use? I have a lip liner. Of course I do. Achoo! And spacing it out. So a lot of times kids start imitating, if not the sound, at least the action, or putting things on my head because they're asking for reoccurrence. They want more of it, and they're enjoying this fun activity. And I've had many kids who have imitated chew or achoo or achoo to play the game along with me. And the last one are songs. There are so many nursery rhyme songs out there that have very repetitive parts to the song that can help elicit language. For example, Old MacDonald. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Excuse my singing skills. I'm not the singer. That's my boyfriend. I am not the musician in this household. But modeling it, you know, very often you sing the song with all of the animals doing animal sounds. So there's a lot of open-ended areas that you can space for kids to chime in later on. So find your favorite songs, sing them with your kids, and leave those breaks for them to kind of fill in the blanks later on. I'd love to know what your favorite anticipatory game is. Did I mention it in my top 5, or do you have another one that you love to use? Please feel free to write it down below so we can all see it. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope that you'll consider subscribing, like this video, share it with your friends, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified of my weekly uploads. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next one.